Okay, when you're making a frequency table, what you're trying to do is count how many of the values in the data set fit within the limits of the bin that we're setting up. So in this problem it asks for you to set up from 0 to 4 as your first bin, from 5 to 9 as your second bin, and so on. So that means follow this pattern. So you can see we're going by 5s here with the lower limit, so we would make our next bin 10 to 14. The next one would then be 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, and then 30 to 34. And I stopped at 34 because as I looked through my data, I noticed that 34 was the largest value. Alright, so now to get the frequencies in each of these bins, we look at the actual values and we ask ourselves, okay, does that number fall between 0 and 4? So when I'm going through the data set, I see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, skip that one, 5 values that fall between 0 and 4, so the frequency is 5. Next, I'll go through and now find the frequency, how many of these numbers in the data set fall between 5 and 9. Alright, so 5 is in that class of numbers. 2, 3, 4, 7 is between 5 and 9. So you can see this takes a little time to go through here. So I have 6 values that fall into that bin. Alright, so I would continue to do that. Next I'm looking for values that are between 10 and 14. There are 5 of them. And so you would fill out this whole table, and the number of values here, when you added all these up together, would be the number of values we have in the table, which is 30. Alright, so next we want to do the histogram, and in this problem it gives you choices, but you pretty much have to draw one to see which of the choices would be correct. So making the histogram, since our bins go sort of by 5s, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then on the y-axis are the frequencies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the highest number here, so that's as high as we have to go. Alright, so the first bin, which is 0 through 4, has a frequency of 5. I'm going to number these just so we can see this more easily. Oops. 5, 6, 7. Alright, so the first bin has a frequency of 5. The second bin has a frequency of 6. The third has a frequency of 5. The next has a frequency of 7. We see from 20 to 24 it has a frequency of 2. 25 to 29 has a frequency of 2, and then 30 to 34 has a frequency of 3. So that's pretty much the general shape of our histogram, and so you would look at the choice that matches this histogram, and that would be your answer.